Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. And this morning my wife made me wake up early because we had to go and put happy 40th birthday signs in the yard of a friend. And so I'm a little tired. I didn't have to get up too early, but the truth of the matter is, and maybe it's because of my old age, I don't get up as early as I used to. I'm not as much of a morning person. A lot of people get up and they go exercise in the morning and they go run and do all of this. In my younger years, maybe, but I don't like to do any form of anything until I've had my coffee in the morning at this point in my life. Well, first I wanted to show you this. I'm watching CNBC as I do this video, and this morning they're going to have a bunch of the bank CEOs in front up at Capitol Hill in the United States, and they want to talk to all these bank CEOs, and they want to grill them all about the financial crisis and what all they've learned from the financial crisis. And luckily for most of the bankers on this panel, Jamie Dimon is the only one that was there during the financial crisis. That's the way I read this article. And so nobody's really there to be held accountable. All of the bankers that got their bailouts, they all retired in style by now. And as you know, we were all told for the last 10 years, we've been told about how through bailouts and QE and all this stuff, these guys just saved the economy. But there's a little chart I want to show you that tells you what the real truth is. And I've said this for years. All they really did is they played a financial shell game with the American people. Look at the debt to GDP, the United States debt to GDP from 2007. Here's the financial crisis right here. Look at how the debt has gone up since the debt to GDP since 2008. And I'm here to tell you, nothing was fixed in the financial crisis, not one thing, because in order to really fix the economy, you would have to force everyone, including the politicians and including the United States citizens, to get used to living at a much lower standard of living. Because just like in your own household, if you are in a financial problem, the answer to your financial problem is not to go out and find more credit cards and run debt up. That might solve your financial problem in your mind for the short term, but it's creating a much larger disaster for you and your family down the road. That is what the dirty little secret is, and it always has been. It's not just the United States, it's all of the countries around the world. And now these clowns are going to sit there on Capitol Hill and act like they're accomplishing something, when the truth is, if they really want to accomplish anything, never bail anyone out again. If you fail, you fail. Start reeling in all these government programs that cannot be afforded. And this is across the world, not just in the United States. You can't spend money that you don't have, period. Debt is the devil, period. You have to get out of debts. And in my opinion, the United States is now in a place where it cannot get out of debts. There's only one way that the United States, two ways, I'll take that back. There's two ways the United States ever gets out of the debt situation it's in. The first way is World War III. Just to tell people we're not going to pay our debts. The second way, and nobody wants that. The second way is to use the land that the United States owns and sell it to the creditors. And that's not going to happen. World War III would happen before that. And so I guess there is a third way, and that is complete collapse. That's the way I think that they will go. And that might involve World War III too. Okay, moving along. But these people are pitiful. It's embarrassing to watch them on TV. It's embarrassing to watch them parade themselves out and act like they're all so sophisticated. They have all these answers. When the answer can be, it can be answered by someone who's not. They don't have to be a college graduate. My 6-year-old could answer it, and just through a few questions asking him, well, here, let's look at money, and what would happen if you've got $1 and you could buy this. I could go through a very simple system with him, or a simple example, and my 6-year-old could figure out what Congress and these bankers, truly the bankers, they just keep their mouths shut. And the reason they do is because the bankers know that they've got the ultimate game. They got a bunch of Congress people who are morons that are trying to figure out something that's not going to be figured out, because none of them are going to do the responsible thing. None of them are going to speak to their voters as adults and say, it's time to grow up, folks. This country has lived, and the countries of the world have lived in such a way that they can't afford to live for decades and decades and decades. And now it's time for us to put our big boy pants on and tighten our belts and live in the way that we have to live until we climb our way out of this debt situation. That is never going to be told to the voters. They don't have the guts. They've never had a politician who's had those guts. Anyway, I'm done with that. I didn't mean to rant like that for this. Well, the good news for you and I is that the solution to this is digital assets. This is going to it's going to force honesty on these people. They just don't know it yet. Okay. From Sergeant Obi-Wan, and I'm not going to go through this article because it is as ridiculous today as it was yesterday. This is more of the SEC saying, we're working on crypto. It's our number 1 priority. Meanwhile, we'll show you what's going on around the world. This is from Sergeant Obi-Wan. SEC Chairman flags crypto has continued regulatory focus in his latest speech. I don't need to show you the articles because you know what that means. They continue to drag their feet. And then next, this is from XRP Dave, the Davey 92, at the Davey 92. Meanwhile, in London, startups to take fintech unicorn crown from San Francisco. So in other words, London is on track to become the home to the same number of fintech unicorns as San Francisco, the world's current leader. So London is about to take the title from San Francisco, and we're going to lose our status as the technology hub of the world in San Francisco. We're going to lose it to countries like London. They mentioned someone else, another country in here. Let's see. Okay, the UK also boasts the highest consumer fintech adoption rate of any Western country, behind only China and India globally. More than 50% of Brits are using fintech services against a global average of 33%. So our governments over here are just determined to get behind in technology and innovation. So that's what will happen to them if they don't get off their butts. Next, at Bob in Deep XRP sends me this. Why JP Morgan Chase and other big banks keep shutting branches? Well, the reason they keep shutting branches is because of digitization, folks. But I just wanted to read you one little thing here. Looking ahead, investors and bank customers can expect a further melding of branch networks and digital offerings. So anyway, these branches, and as I've told you before, just as Amazon.com has put Sears and Kmart and Circuit City out of business, it may not happen in the short run, but over the next 5 to 20 years, you are going to see these brick and mortar banks disappear, and your bank's going to be on your phone. If you really understand digital assets, your bank can be on your phone right now. And I think they realize this is happening. Okay, from Joseph L. Quilden at Loveman318. I like your screen name. He sent me coins.ph, and I forgot to go over this. This is from Western Union. Over 5 million CoinsPH customers can now receive Western Union money transfers directly into their coins.ph wallets in the Philippines. Learn more about the new service. Well, meanwhile, coins.ph is an XRapid customer of Ripple's, which uses XRP. I don't think this is coincidence, folks. Okay, from XRP Veteran, at XRP_Veteran, I saw this tweet, so I thought I'd help him spread the word. Hi, XRP Army. Would love to see this Telegram channel gets 1,000 subscribers. Can we push it together? I hope you guys enjoy this content, which I provide daily. Thanks in advance. So go to XRP_veteran and then go click on this link. It'll take you to his Telegram, and join his Telegram and help him get that going. All right, next from XRP Australia, I showed you yesterday how they were having this auction in Australia for this piece of real estate. It was like a modern home. XRP_Australia says, "Go Aussies, we are leading the world to mass adoption because we are adopting cryptos at an accelerated rate compared to our international counterparts with their slow regulations. But that's okay because one day they will catch up." And then what they're showing here is that this is a newscast where it's being covered, the fact that they're using Bitcoin in this auction to buy this home. That, my friends, is called adoption. Keep on going. And then, let's see. I saw this and just thought it was cool. I'd show it to you. 5-star Swiss hotel set to accept Bitcoin payments. The Dolder Grand, a 5-star hotel based in Switzerland, will begin accepting Bitcoin payments starting next month. Many of the improvements in our service in recent years are made possible by advances in technology. As we believe Bitcoin is here to stay, it only seems natural to offer more choices in the payment process. Folks, Switzerland is leading the way in crypto for a reason. And don't forget, Switzerland is right beside Liechtenstein. So maybe the digital asset investor will stay in the Dolder Grand on my way to Liechtenstein when the time comes. Sounds like a plan. Next from Crypto Bitlord, at Crypto_Bitlord. All the noobs have been shaken out. Let's pump this thing a little higher. So he's talking about all the people that have washed out. And folks, let me tell you, I have noticed people are just, there have been a lot of people who just can't take this market. And that's fine, because I've told you before, if you can't take this market, that's okay. Put your digital assets somewhere safe and go take a break. Quit looking at the screen and just make sure your digital assets are safe. And then you can reappear when you find out that the water is getting warmer, because it will be getting warmer sooner. Okay, or soon. All right, Sergeant Obi-Wan. I'm not going to go into this whole article, but I did want to show it to you. The unbelievable brilliance of Binance via CoinDesk is awesome and has been crushing it. This guy, CZ Binance, is like, that's what he calls himself on Twitter. He has really shown people how to run a business. From adding XRP to the trading pairs to adding all of the digital assets that his customers want. He's done Binance Launchpad. He's working on the decentralized exchange, which is freaking huge, folks. I don't know if many of you realize how huge that is. But this article is just goes on and on about how this guy is changing the whole landscape with digital assets and his exchange. And so you need to go read this article. Go check it out. I wanted to focus in on his Binance. I haven't talked about it much. Binance DEX. He's got his website up. It's the test net for this. So the site's not live. I wanted to give you my opinion on this and kind of tell you what this is kind of like. This allows people in a peer-to-peer fashion to trade digital assets between people. But what's cool about this, and the way I understand this, imagine a world, folks. This completely takes out the middleman. Imagine a world, and you can go on here and you can test it out. If you click on Create Wallet, it actually takes you through a wallet creation tutorial. And in this tutorial, the way I understand it, you're not giving your name, you're not giving anything. It's completely private. You're creating passphrases and all kinds of things to create your personal wallet for your digital assets. But you are not in this process, and you can look as you go through it. I think he's got a process where you create a key store file and password, a mnemonic phrase, the 24 words, the same that you would use on a Ledger Nano S, private key, and then you have all of that. You create all of that on here, and then once you've created it, you can trade on this exchange. You're completely private. Nobody's tracking you. Nobody's keeping track of who you are. This makes finance borderless, folks. I mean, this is unbelievable when you really look at it. Well, go check that out. And again, you can go to here. Go to Binance_DEX, and the link to the website's right there. Really unbelievable stuff is going on. Next, from at Behind the Ledger, Let's see. Yeah, at behind the ledger, new strategy. Ripple ads showing up on retail crypto sites. I don't know which site this is, but look at this Ripple ad. Send faster, lower cost payments into Mexico and the Philippines. Ripple. Looks like maybe we're one step closer to a Super Bowl ad, maybe this next year. Okay, from Digital Rookie, at Digital Rookie, sends me this. This is, look, folks, the world's changing right before your eyes. X phone, world's first blockchain phone launched by DEX. And for those of you that don't know, I own some of the DEX coin. I kept hearing people tell me to go check it out, and I finally did. These guys are actually creating their own hardware, and this DEX, you can get that digital asset on Binance if you want to buy it. That's where I bought mine. And finally, folks, I wanted to show you this. The market this morning was at about 183 billion. And I wanted to show you what the market has done over the last week or so. We've had the market has bumped up. We saw it bump up as high as I think the highest we've seen is around 184, 185 billion. It came back down a little bit, and now it's right back up to about 183. It looks like it wants to do something today, so we're going to see what happens. But maybe we can set a new record for the last week or two today if we're lucky. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that we could set a new market cap high for the last couple of weeks today. Hopefully we will. Thanks for listening.